What a way to kick off the Olympics. The Olympic Committee has sued Logan Paul for trademark infringement for his prime drink. We're going to take a look at it all. And I'm going to give you my thoughts as a 10-year intellectual property attorney who deals with patents and trade secrets and copyrights as well as trademarks. I'm going to give you what I think about the lawsuit as well as we'll take a snapshot of the lawsuit. We're not going to go into detail. Actually, on Sunday, I'll be breaking this lawsuit down, so definitely stay tuned for that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Again, I'm bringing you everything intellectual property, all current intellectual property matters, and this will be interesting. So we'll take a look at this NBC News article. We're going to read that, and then, like I said, we're going to take a look at some portions of the lawsuit, and I'm going to give you my take on it. And then I actually want to hear from you guys as the audience member. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think that, what would you have done? What would you, I guess, take or stop selling a drink that the Olympics Committee told you to stop selling for trademark infringement or sued you for trademark infringement? Or would you have continued to sell the drink kind of based on some arguments that I think I'm a presenter said how I think that this could have been on some arguments that Logan Paul and his team could have made towards the Olympic Committee. So again, we're going to get off into it all. Let's get off into the lawsuit first and foremost. Like I said, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button if you enjoy this type of content and then you want to see more. So let's get off into it really quickly. Again, NBC News article, U.S. Olympic Committee hits Logan Paul drink brand with a trademark infringement suit. And one thing, again, I know who Logan Paul is. I don't follow a lot of his content, but man, it's interesting because a lot of people think that, okay, probably know him for, obviously, I think he has kind of a podcast and stuff that he does. I think he also boxes, but again, people just, they take it for granted, the power of this intellectual property and in this case, a trademark, but that's what's going to get you to the next level. You can see him, Logan Paul, and again, this is a sidebar, but I do want to kind of say this point because, again, I think it's worth saying that, man, you have to get you a product. You have to get you a product, whether you have an ideal and you want to invent something, you want to get a patent on it, or in this case, as Logan Paul has, he has this energy drink, looks like an energy drink, sports drink that he had. He owns the company, or at least co-owns the company. He has trademarks associated with it. I actually looked up, he has quite a few trademarks, but at least has the main trademark is Prime, which he had that he's kind of selling the product under. You have to get you a product. You have to start thinking now. That's the whole point of this. Start thinking now what you want to do, whether you want to get a product and have a trademark associated with it, whether you want to invent something, have a patent on it, or if you're a creative, you write a book, you have some music or something like that you want to put out there, that's all copyright subject matter. Or you got, some secret sauce, you're a good cook and you want to start a restaurant or some type of business selling some type of a product or even a service that, based on your secret sauce, it kind of gives you an economic advantage in the marketplace. That's a trade secret. So again, you need to be able to start thinking about this intellectual property so that when you start to try to monetize or go out in the business, whatever it is that you're selling or providing to the public, you can start thinking, how can I watch this guy, Dave, and he always was talking about this intellectual property stuff. How can I protect my stuff so that I'm covered? So I do want to say that. But again, let's get off into the article here, and then we'll take a look at least a portion of the lawsuit. And I'm going to give you guys what I think as a 10-year intellectual property attorney. So U.S. Olympic Committee hits Logan Paul drink brand with a trademark infringement suit. Let's go here. The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee is suing YouTuber. And that's kind of disrespectful. It seems like he does more than YouTube, right? Like I said, I think he boxes, and then you have an actual Prime brand, which from my understanding is doing pretty good. So I think he's more than a YouTuber, but again, that's besides the point. They're suing YouTuber Logan Paul's energy drink brand, accusing of his trademark infringement just a week ahead of the 2024 Paris Olympics. I think the Olympics start today, if I'm not mistaken. In a federal lawsuit. So again, one of the things that I do want to say, anytime you file, more times than not, when you sue somebody for some type of intellectual property infringement, whether it's patents, trademarks, copyrights, that's a federal claim. Now, trade secrets as well as a trademark do have a state component to them. So you would typically throw in that state component, that state infringement, whether it's a trademark infringement or a trade secret infringement in the complaint, if that's applicable. But typically, you're going to file this stuff in federal law. So I, again, just wanted to kind of break that down because that is important. In Colorado, so not sure, I guess Colorado is the state that they're suing them in, but whatever. The committee alleges that Paul's company Prime Hydration used trademark phrases such as Olympic, Olympian, Team USA, and going for gold on its product, packaging, and its online advertising. So it seems like, according to this article, the Olympic Committee has at least 4 trademarks. One is on Olympic, one is on Olympian, one is on Team USA, and one is on going for gold. And I want to, as we get off into this, I want you guys to start putting on this thinking cap. When you file a trademark, you have to file what class that you're going to be using that in. Now, obviously, you can file multiple classes, but there's no one trademark that once you file a trademark is going to protect everything under the sun. You have to file which classes that you're going to be going into. So if you're going into the clothing category, you need to file in the clothing class. If you're going into the kind of the entertainment category, or you're selling it on like drinks and mugs and things like that, that essentially that phrase, then you need to go into that category. So just keep that in mind that, okay, they have these 4 trademarks: Olympic, Olympian, what was the other ones? Team USA and going for gold. But as we look into, okay, what classes do they have this protected in? I want you to tell me as the audience, do you think that Logan Paul and his company had some arguments on whether or not Logan Paul was using that trademark in the same class? So in other words, if you have a trademark for the term Team USA and they have it protected for clothing, but then me and they're trying to sue me, but I'm protecting it for video games, they don't have it protected in that hypothetical for video games. Therefore, I'm off the hook, or I have some strong arguments at least against why I'm not committing trademark infringement. Now, obviously, if I'm plastering Team USA on clothing, then that's squarely in line with what they're protecting it in, the class that they're protecting it in. Therefore, they can hit me with a trademark infringement lawsuit. However, if I'm using the term Team USA for video games, or I'm kind of putting it on, I got to start a car company called Team USA, they can't hit me for that. So again, keep that in mind, that when you're filing these trademarks, you have to let the USPTO know, the United States Patent and Trademark Office knows what class that you're using the marks in, because that's going to be important when you start determining who you can go after. So again, please keep that in mind as we go forward with things. I feel like I'm sweaty here. I just got out the gym. Let's see here. Ad copy seen at online stores selling Prime, specifically the drink made in partnership with NBA stars. So it seems like Kevin Durant was kind of helping Logan Paul and his team promote the product, describe the product as the Team USA Kevin Durant drink and Kevin Durant Olympic Prime drink. And again, keep that in mind, because it's going to be an interesting turn of events as we kind of look at the lawsuit as far as Kevin Durant's involvement with this all. Prime Hydration conduct has been and continues to be willful, deliberate, and in bad faith, with malicious intent to trade on the goodwill of the Olympic Committee. Let's see, the lawsuit stated, adding that the company has caused damage and irreparable injury to the Olympic Committee. So this is essentially from the lawsuit, a quote from the lawsuit, it seems like, from the Olympic Committee. Committee, which is responsible for supporting Team USA athletes through training and funding, stated in the lawsuit that it relies heavily on licensing and trademarks to fund the U.S. Olympic team, and it doesn't receive financial assistance from the federal government. So this is actually important. So number one, thankfully, you have somebody who's associated with the federal government, not in the pockets. I know the United States Patent and Trademark Office, they're actually one of the only kind of federal departments that makes money. Typically, when you're talking about a federal department, whether it's a court or the Secretary of State office, all those are federal departments, but they actually cost money. They don't make money for the government, whereas the patent office actually makes money. So this Olympic Committee, even though it's the United States Olympic Committee, it's not, the federal government does not provide them funding. Instead, and again, this goes to show you the power of this intellectual property. They have all these trademarks that they own. They license them out so that the person who, again, for example, if I have a t-shirt company, they will say, okay, Dave, we're going to allow you to use Team USA, Olympics, Olympian to sell t-shirts, but pay us a royalty, whether it's 5%, whether it's 10% of everything that you make. So if I make $100,000, now I have to pay them per the agreement a 10% royalty. I have to give them $10,000. Now, if I make $1 million, I have to give the Olympic Committee $100,000 if it's a 10% royalty. And they use that money to fund the Olympic athletes when it comes to, sending them to Paris in this case, and hotel and food and stipends and all that. So again, the power of intellectual property, that not only you have to kind of use it or whatnot, but you can actually license it out to other people and then just collect a royalty. So again, that is important, and it's some good information to know. Let's go forward. But unlicensed use of the trademarks might mislead the public and enable a seller to profit from associating its brand with the Olympics despite no official connection, the lawsuit alleges. So essentially they're saying that, hey, Prime Hydration, Logan Paul's company, they don't have a license. We didn't give them a license. They are using our trademark terms as an unlicensed, and that's what's leading to the trademark infringement. Let's move on here. The Olympic Committee legal team contacted Prime Hydration on July 10th. So it seems like they maybe contacted them and maybe sent them a cease and desist, to request the company cease infringement. Normally it's a cease and desist lawsuit. And it seems like they're saying that they essentially didn't comply with the cease and desist, and further allege that the Prime continue to ship out the product and failed to remove all social media posts advertising in his days following the letter. So they didn't essentially move fast enough as far as that. So that's essentially this NBC News article. Now we're going to take a look at a portion of the lawsuit, which I think is going to be important for kind of breaking down this stuff. Let's see here. Committee. Is this it? Bada boom, bada bang. No, that's not it. Let's see here. Where is this? I'm trying to bring up the actual lawsuit here. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. So this is the lawsuit. Yep, there we go. So again, this is a lawsuit going to the top. This is the Olympic Committee versus Prime Hydration. That's the name of Logan Paul's company, Prime Hydration. But what do you not see on this thing? You say the plaintiff is the Olympic Committee, the defendant is Prime Hydration. Whose name is missing? We read in the article that Kevin Durant was helping them promote it, but they didn't put Kevin Durant's name in there. You see that? And I like that. I see that showmanship there where they're like, hey, we don't got no problem with Kevin Durant. He's actually on our side. He's part of the Olympic team, men's basketball team. So you see they left him out of the lawsuit, even though he was helping Prime Hydration and Logan Paul's company promote the brand, because typically all parties involved are included in a lawsuit. So they will include Prime Hydration. They may even have put Logan Paul in there, but sometimes you'll throw Kevin Durant's name, especially if it's a big name like that. But in this case, and I'm imagining they did this because Kevin Durant is a part of the men's basketball team, they left him out of the lawsuit. But I thought that was interesting as I was kind of looking at the lawsuit here. So kind of going down, like I said, we'll break this lawsuit down in detail on Sunday when I do these, when I typically do these live kind of lawsuit breakdowns. But I just wanted to look at, these are all the trademark terms that, or at least in this case, that they included in the lawsuit that the Olympic Committee has. So this is the name, in this case, Olympic. Like I told you earlier, you have to let them know, let the USPTO know what class are you protecting it in. So in this case, class 14 is ornamental label pins that this term Olympic is in. This is essentially the registration number and the serial number. So again, so they have the word Olympic here in a ornamental pins category, the clothing category, again, pins, prints and publications, including pamphlets. This class 41 here, a license plate. So class 6, this is Olympic Spirit. So what do you not see? Like I said, if I'm the attorney of kind of Logan Paul, if he comes down to me and say, hey, we just got this lawsuit from the Olympic Committee, how can we proceed forward? Do we got to take our stuff down, or do we have some good arguments? I'm immediately looking at the terms that they're saying we're infringing. And if they're saying we're infringing the term Olympic, we're using this thing for, sports drinks and, essentially the promotion of sports drink. Whereas if you look at the lawsuit, they're saying that they have the term Olympic protected in pins, T-shirts, printed publications, metal license plates. So I'm immediately telling Logan Paul that, hey, we're not using it in a way that they have it protected. So again, that's something to keep in mind. Obviously, Olympic Spirit is metal license plate. This is another term going for gold. Again, they have it in educational entertainment services, namely disseminating information regarding sports and athletic events via computer. Again, that's, even though it has sports in there, that's not dealing with sports drink and promotion of sports drinks. Going for gold again is in class 35, which is promoting the public awareness of the Olympic movement. Again, that's not dealing with what Logan Paul and his team, Prime Hydration, is using a drink for, or using a term for, which is sports drinks, things like that. So in my opinion, I'm like, man, look, we got some good arguments for the term going for gold in Olympic. Team USA, you can see all your posters, bumper stickers, decorative magnets, which is class 9, backpacks, beer. Now, this may be an interesting one: beer mugs, coffee mugs, drinking glasses, water bottles. That may be something that provides a little bit of an issue, because even though it's it's not an empty water bottle or shot glass or anything like that, the fact that it is some type of mug or a glass or a bottle, I think that may be a tough one with Team USA, but again, the rest of these Christmas tree ornaments, percussion instruments, clothes, flags, man, these are not uses that Prime Hydration and Logan Paul's team is using it for. Jewelry, lanyards, t-shirts. Again, this is with regard to the Team USA, jewelry, hotels. So again, in my opinion, I think they got some arguments here. So this is the packaging here. This is the Kevin Durant Prime. And again, when we're talking about this, so this is the packaging of the actual water bottle. And what they're saying is essentially when you see Olympic on there, that's the Olympic Committee is saying they're infringing their trademark Olympic by saying Olympic gold medalist. They're also infringing the fact that he's saying he's going for gold. Olympic Committee saying that's another trademark infringement use of it. I don't see Team USA in this one. I just see Olympic, and he's going for gold. I thought I saw Olympian. So, okay, yeah. So they use the word Olympian in the packaging. Let's go down here. This is Kevin Durant Prime. Obviously, they're looking to protect Prime. Logan Paul's company is. So Kevin Durant, that's all good. This seems like a social media post of them promoting it. You have Kevin Durant. You have, I think this guy name is Kai. This is Logan Paul here to the right. Again, this is on a website. You see that kind of, so the colors red, white, and blue, they're good with that. So they can come out with a drink that's red, white, and blue that has the word Prime on it. Heck, it can have even Kevin Durant on there. But so they're cool with that. The things that they're complaining about is the fact that you have, he's going for gold, Olympic, and Olympian. Them the three words. And then again, I'm not seeing Team USA, but maybe they said that on a website somewhere, because again, I'm not seeing that. And like I said, this is some promotion of it. And some more promotion of it. Kevin Durant Prime drink. I think they had it actually in the YouTube. Okay, this was, they said this was a problem. The fact that they're saying Prime Hydration's Team USA Kevin Durant drink. And it seems like you can pre-order it. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Like I said, if I'm Logan Paul's attorney, I say, man, look, you got some good points of it. But this is another thing. Like I said, we just looked at some photos from Prime Hydration's Instagram. Let's take a look at the Instagram and see what they currently have on there. I think you guys would be very interested to know that. According to, do you guys see my screen here? Actually, here. Okay, let me add it to it. So as you might expect, 2.2 million followers, so no slouches by any means. They have taken it down. So you see Logan Paul, and I think the guy's Kai. You have some other promotions. Seems like that's, I forget his name for the Yankees there. Then again, you see him doing some stuff with wrestling, but all this stuff is older. So it seems like they actually took the promotion down. So again, my question to you guys as the audience, do you think that they will kind of do some massaging of it and put it back up? Or do you think they're going to leave it down for good? If I had to guess, I think they're essentially in talks with the attorneys for the Olympic Committee, and they're essentially going back and forth. Hey, what are you cool with? Because I'm like I said, if I'm the attorney of Logan Paul and Prime Hydration, I'm saying, look, man, you guys don't have this thing protected for sports drinks, for energy drinks, based on the actual information that you guys provided. You guys don't have it protected in a way that we're in a class that we're using it. So we're actually not infringing it. But again, maybe this is one of those things where you don't want to piss off, maybe from just from a relationship standpoint, you probably don't want to piss off somebody like the Olympic Committee, because you may want to work with them going forward. So maybe they're taking it down for right now. Let's see what ways that you guys are good with us using this in, and then we're going to put it back up. I can almost guarantee you that they're probably going to release this thing, especially with the Olympics kind of about to drop here and really kind of going full force. I would imagine that they're not kind of removing this thing for good. Let's kind of figure out, what do you guys, how do you guys, are you guys okay with us using it in these different ways? Let's kind of rebrand the packaging and put it back out, because I think this is a big opportunity, obviously, for Prime Hydration, as well as Kevin Durant, somebody who's in the Olympics on a men's basketball team, actually promoting it. So I do think it's big. And again, although I think they do have some arguments to say, hey, this is not trademark infringement, again, you got to be thinking long term. Okay, let's kind of save this relationship and kind of do it in a way that they're okay with it. And I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back out. So, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think that they should kind of put it back out there just because the opportunity, the money that they can make with selling this stuff for the next, a month or however long the Olympics last? Or do you think that they're going to they already have removed it from their IG and the website? I know we didn't talk about the website, but they did remove it from the website as well. Do you think they're going to remove it for good? If I had to guess, I think it's going to probably make a reappearance. but it's going to be in a different form, but it's still going to be very similar to, I think, what we just saw on or in the lawsuit. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, please hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to provide you guys not only some entertainment, but also some education. And hopefully I kind of provided you guys with some stuff for you guys to think about, so that when you guys kind of protect your intellectual property and license it or whatever the case may be, you're in a better suit and you can really monetize off the product. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.